The Manhattan-Ogden School Board last week gave final approval to an agreement with the Riley County Police Department for police services. The board voted 6-1 to share the cost of 2 student resource officers at Manhattan High starting in 2027. Board member Carla Hagemeister reluctantly supported the measure.
I would like for us to be mindful and watching the dollar amount of that contract year over year and making sure that it holds to a responsible amount, that we protect the educational dollars of our students.
Board member Katie Allen voted against. According to the agreement, USD 383 will not be subject to any costs for SRO services in the 2026 fiscal year, but will have to pay $80,000 for the SROs from the 2027 fiscal year onward. Manhattan Public Works crews are planning to begin water, street, and stormwater improvements on Anderson Avenue today, kicking off a series of projects that will impact the corridor over the next 2 years. Public Works Director Brian Johnson.
We're going to be starting construction on Anderson Avenue from Connecticut to Lee School. That's the entirety of the project. Monday, we're going to start from Connecticut to about the Unger Complex. And we're going to be reducing from 4 lanes to 2 lanes, so you'll be head-to-head now.
This first phase of the project will take about a month to complete before traffic patterns are switched to accommodate work in the other lanes. Construction on Anderson will continue for the next 18 to 24 months in 13 total phases. Johnson says it's being done that way to alleviate the impact of detour routes so they aren't excessively long.
We know there's a lot of residential areas both north and south of Anderson, and some of them are kind of hard to get to. So if you take their primary entrance away, they have to go several blocks around to get back into their neighborhood. So we're only going 2 or 3 blocks at a time in order to reduce that impact to people that are on those detour routes.
He says motorists may prefer to use alternate east-west routes during construction, including Fort Riley Boulevard, Claflin Road, and Kimball Avenue. City officials are considering a request to amend a sales tax exemption for renovations to the Wareham in downtown Manhattan when they meet for their work session tomorrow. City administrators are seeking direction from the City Commission over a proposed 10-year 100% property tax abatement for that project. The developer is also requesting a $350,000 cash incentive for public infrastructure improvements. The city in December 2023 approved a resolution of intent to issue industrial revenue bonds for a sales tax exemption, but since that time, the project's budget has increased from $25 million to $40 million, according to agenda documents. Commissioners on Tuesday night will also be provided an update on the city's wastewater treatment plant solid treatment upgrade and expansion project. Agenda documents state the project is about 90% designed. City officials meet at 6 o'clock tomorrow night in City Hall. A summer soiree was held Friday night at the K-State Gardens to benefit student workers. The annual garden party welcomed ticketed guests who sipped on gin and tonics and socialized before a dinner outdoors. Scott McElwain is the director of the Gardens.
Maybe they're horticulture, or they don't have to be horticulture students to work here. They just have to be Kansas State University students.
About 300 guests turned out for the fundraiser, including K-State President Richard Linton, who announced that starting July 1st, K-State will give an additional $300,000 a year to support the gardens. It had previously given $63,000 annually.
America's beverage companies are investing in America. We're American companies, making American products with American workers in America's hometowns. We're local bottlers and manufacturers, operating in all 50 states, employing more than 275,000 Americans in good-paying jobs, delivering for the nation, because we believe in the promise of America and the people who make it great. Learn more at WeDeliverForAmerica.org. Paid for by the American Beverage Association.
Hank's the family fixer, always with his tool belt. But living with prostate cancer, he needed help. He asked his doctor about Xtandi and enzalutamide. Xtandi 40 milligram tablets treats men with prostate cancer that has spread to other parts of the body and responds to a medical or surgical treatment to lower testosterone. Xtandi may cause serious side effects: seizure, a brain condition called PRESS, allergic reactions, heart disease that can lead to death, falls and bone fractures, swallowing problems, or choking that can lead to death. Stop Xtandi and get medical help at once if your face, tongue, lip, or throat start swelling. Tell your doctor at once if you faint, have a seizure, quickly worsening headache, decreased alertness, confusion, vision problems, chest pain or discomfort, or shortness of breath. Xtandi can cause harm to an unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during and 3 months after Xtandi. Common side effects include muscle and joint pain, feeling unusually tired, hot flashes, constipation, less appetite, diarrhea, high blood pressure, bleeding, falls, fractures, and headache. Talk to your doctor and visit Xtandi.com.
Good morning, I'm Troy Coverdale with your sports headlines. Just days after he entered the transfer portal, Seth Dardar is headed to his home state squad. The now former K-Stater committed Sunday to LSU, according to D1Baseball.com's Kendall Rogers. Dardar led K-State in multiple hitting categories this season, finishing with a team-best .326 batting average, 18 doubles, and an OPS of 1.065. He was also one of the top batters with 60 hits, 45 runs driven in, and 13 homers. Dardar will have 1 year of eligibility remaining. Jonathan India hit a tie-breaking double in Kansas City's 2-run 7th inning as the Royals outlasted the White Sox 7-5 to avoid a series sweep. Salvador Perez and Bobby Witt Jr. each had 2-run homers for Kansas City. Jack Caglione went 4 for 4 in his 6th Major League game. Following an off day, Noah Cameron will start tomorrow night in the opener of a 3-game set for the Royals against the Yankees at home. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 34. Alex Caruso added 20 off the bench. The Thunder over the Pacers, 123-107 last night to tie the NBA Finals at a win apiece. Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final sees the series shift to Florida tonight. The Panthers and Oilers are tied with a win apiece. And Carlos Alcaraz rallied from 2 sets down and saved 3 match points to beat top-seeded Jannik Sinner 4-6, 6-7, 6-4, 7-6, 7-6 for his 5th major title in as many finals, claiming the French Open finale in a record 5-hour, 15-minute match. Have a great day. I'm Troy Coverdale.